On this Burnout Extra, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a Suzuki Quadsport ATV. Right here I've got my 2008 Suzuki Quadsport LTZ 400. So I'm going to show you the specific steps for this vehicle, but it will be the same, generally speaking, as all Suzuki Quadsport ATVs, all Suzuki ATVs, and the general concepts will apply to all ATVs in general. So the first step you want to do is locate your drain plug, your oil drain plug. Mine is basically right under here. There's a little hole right under here, under the oil reservoir, and that's where the drain plug is actually located. So you're going to want to get a socket and ratchet and loosen that to drain the oil first. So on my ATV, the drain plug is actually a 12mm socket. It should be the same for yours if you have the same ATV, but it could vary slightly. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to loosen this drain plug. All right, now that I've got that loosened a bit, I'm going to go ahead and grab my oil drain pan and move that underneath so that I can catch all the oil as it drains out. Slick. All right, now while your oil is draining, you can go ahead and work on getting out your oil filter. Now your oil filter should be right inside here. There's just a little cap and 3 bolts that you can loosen, and then you'll be able to get at the oil filter. So on my ATV, these bolts are an 8mm size, so I am just going to start loosening these. They shouldn't be torqued on too tight because they're small bolts. So once you've got those bolts loose and your oil is done draining from the oil reservoir, you can grab your drain pan and move it underneath the oil filter spot and loosen these bolts all the way. The oil should start draining out of here. Once you've got that cap off, now you can get at your old oil filter to take it out. There we go. So here's my old oil filter. You can see it's pretty dirty. It's much darker than my brand new oil filter, which I've got right here. They're exactly the same, but that one's old and dirty. So when you're going to put the new oil filter in, you'll notice that one side of the filter has a hole on it and the other side is sealed. Now you want to put the whole end inside the engine because there's a little notch that'll go inside this hole. You just pop it in just like that. You'll also notice that there is a gasket sitting around this cover. You want to make sure that that gasket is okay and you don't lose it when you take the cover off. Now you can grab your cover and make sure you put it on in the right direction. Mine has an arrow pointing up, so I know that it goes on like this. Then you just grab your bolts, put your bolts in. Once you've got these bolts finger tight, you're going to want to go ahead and grab your ratchet. And again, these don't need to be cranked down too much. If you do over crank them, then you might strip or break the bolts. So you just want to tighten them a bit until they're nice and snug. Alrighty, now the oil filter's all set, and then you just go back underneath and put in your drain plug. And just like the cap for your oil filter, this bolt is going to have a washer that acts like a gasket, and you want to make sure that you don't lose that when you take the drain plug out. But then you just put it back up there and thread it in. And I just got that finger tight. Get your ratchet again. And again, this doesn't need to be cranked down, it just needs to be snug. All right, so once you've got that drain plug tight, you can just grab your oil and pour it in the top. There should be a dipstick tube hole right here, and that's where you'll want to put your funnel in to pour the oil. And again, varies slightly depending on your model. My ATV takes 2 liters of 1040 oil. So that's what I'm putting in. So that's going to be it for this little tutorial video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and definitely subscribe because we have tons of content similar to this and we will have plenty more coming out in the future. You'll also notice right next to that subscribe button that there is a join button. That's where you can check out our membership programs. There's a ton of different membership levels with a bunch of really fun and different benefits. So go ahead and check those out and consider joining us. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.